Hi, Professor. So today I'll be going over my project that I was working on, and it's going to be called the Python port scanner. So let me get started. So what is the purpose of the port scanner? So port scanner is very important within cybersecurity as it helps us determine what are the open ports, and within the white hat and the black hat community, it's something really vital as for the white hats, it helps us realize, okay, where are the leaks or the vulnerabilities for any open ports that can be susceptible to a cybersecurity hack. And for the black hats, it's a way for them to get in and get access to our vulnerable information. So for my project, I decided to make a NMap scanner within Python to determine which are the open ports. So the applications that were downloaded were Microsoft VS Code, Python, Git Bash for Windows, and NMap. So the purpose behind this project, as stated before, is to identify open ports on a target machine. So to do within an ethical manner to understand how hackers may use it to scan for vulnerabilities. So hackers like to latch on to this information so they can discover vulnerabilities in the system, like previously said, identify targets, and understand the operating system. So let's go to the next slide. So for this exercise, since we're doing it in an ethical manner, we're going to be using scanme.nmap.org, which is fairly common. It's a good practicing website to find any or to use their IP address to scan for any open ports. So this is an ethical ethical assignment that we've done right here. So here's my code, and I'll be going over it shortly. So the first order of business, we import the necessary libraries to run the code. So here are the libraries that we ran. And going from here, we get the target IP, which our target IP would be located right here, the 45.33.32156, which we will input later. Going to here, we are going to do a for loop on the bottom. So a for loop, which is going to help us run the algorithm to check each and every port, going from 1 to 1,000. So it's going to scan every individual port from 1 to 1,000 and help us determine if those ports are going to be open or not. And with an attempt connection to a port, this will help us determine if the results, so it's going to be an if statement. If the connection was successful, it will give us a open notification in our terminal. And right here, the very end in the accept is going to be where it exits from the running of the algorithm. So I'll go over the code execution in a little bit, but here is what you would typically see. So when you input the IP 45.33.32156, which is given to us via NMap, and you put it into the code, it determines that these are going to be the open ports. So open ports such as these are vulnerabilities for the host as they're susceptible to cybersecurity threats with the possibility of a data leak, which attackers may use. So they could direct an attack such as SQL injections, DDoS, brute force, and etc. So in conclusion, closing any unnecessary open ports may help us reduce the chance of a black hat from hacking into our system. And we may be able to have, so in order to do so, we may constantly have security updates that ensure there's no loose ends for the vulnerabilities. Um, enable features such as MFA, multi-factor authentication, similar to the Canvas when we sign in through our phones or through our laptops. We have to verify with another device. We could do something similar for these websites. And then lastly, encrypting communication through VPNs or using SSH encryption methods, which will help us out. Now, let me go over the code. So for here, so we're gonna let it. Four, five, three, 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 two. Six. So it started the scan, and this takes a while. So as we could see, it found 3 open ports as of now. And that is, I believe that is the last, if I recall from the slides. Correct, that's the last one. And that was my project. Thank you.